Hello?
Hi, hello. Is this
Hello.
Mali?
Yes, sir. Who's this?
This is Tommy Bryson. Just want you to know this call's gonna be recorded and potentially uploaded to YouTube. I can help you.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on, Mali?
Nothing much. How you been?
I'm doing good, brother. How can I help?
Uh, I had a question about margin account.
Okay. What do you want to know?
Yeah, like, can you like get in debt in it? Like, can like can you own their money on it?
Okay, so the way a margin account basically works is that you're borrowing against your investments, right? To then go
Mhm.
ahead and buy more of whatever investment you want to borrow. So, for example, I have M1 Finance. So let
Mhm.
me borrow up to 35% of my portfolio. I can borrow
Mhm.
that money, use that money to do whatever I want to. But if my
Mhm.
portfolio value falls below a certain point, they're going to instantly require me to pay that margin back. If I don't, they're going to go ahead and sell some of my securities. Does that make
Oh,
sense? Yeah.
so can they come up to the money that is in your bank account?
Um, that's actually pretty interesting. The thing is that they probably won't let you sell your investments if it goes below a certain point. You are liable for all that money. So
Oh.
if I were to say, you know what, I'm gonna borrow 80K on margin from I want to finance, I'm gonna sell all my
Mhm.
securities and basically move all the money, right? The answer is
Mhm.
you still owe that money, and most likely they won't let me do that because I probably have a margin that they can say, hey, you're not allowed to sell this much because you owe this much money to us.
Oh, okay.
And most likely,
That's.
if you try to run away from debt, they can
Mhm.
basically sue you and then come after your accounts also through collections.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
garnish and potentially garnish your wages if they have the right to do so.
Okay. Do you think it's a good idea opening up an account, a margin account?
No. Open up an
Oh.
accounting account is just a way for you to leverage your investments, right? So it's just a way for you to say, hey, I have this much money here. I want to make more money. But the idea is that just as you can make more money, you can also potentially
Mhm.
lose a ton of money also. So that's the big
Oh,
problem.
okay.
So if you lose a ton of money, well, now you have a big issue because now they're probably going to sell your investments and now you're losing
Mm.
everything. But if you just say, hey, my goal is to, by the way, where are you located?
I live in Knoxville.
Where? Knoxville?
Yeah, Tennessee.
Oh, because this number was like from Serbia or something like that.
Nah,
Yeah. So
I live.
wherever you live, right? If you're able to
Mhm.
invest, for example, into the U.S. market or any market
Mhm.
out there, the best like strategy to be, for example, just invest over the long term. If you want to pick stocks, learn about it, read The Intelligent Investor or Secure Analysis by Benjamin Graham and David Dodd. But if you don't want to do that, you just want to like own the entire market, get the over
Mhm.
return. You want to own the entire market through index funds and just invest the long term way. You invest some amount of
Okay.
money every single month, but that way you don't take on that much risk. Because the big problem is, all right, I have margins. I'm gonna borrow X amount of money. If something
Mhm.
goes wrong, then I'm in big trouble.
Okay.
hmm The common advice you'll
All right.
probably hear, Molly, is when things are going good, you pay your margin. So when things go bad, you don't have to worry about anything. But it's hard to tell when things are gonna go good and when things are gonna go bad. So the best
Yeah.
strategy that I follow is I just don't do it. You know, I
Okay.
don't go
Mhm.
crazy with leverage at all. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. You have any more
Okay.
questions?
Yeah, can you like do a video about investing in Bitcoin, cryptocurrency?
You want to invest into cryptocurrency?
Yeah, but I I'm not sure how it works yet.
Okay. So how does investing work? Tell me how investing works overall.
You put your money in and you wait, and the value goes up.
Okay. Why does the value go up?
Um, like if people buy the product, or if more people want to invest in the stock, and then the value will go up.
Okay. So you're
And
talking
if
about
people
demand
want
and
to
supply.
sell, hmm
Okay. Now the problem with
yep.
that strategy is that basically, whenever you buy any stock out
hmm
there, you're not buying a piece of paper, right? Or a little
hmm
ticker, or on Robinhood, or on TD Ameritrade, whatever it is, right? What you're buying is a
hmm
company. So if my
Okay.
name is Mali and I own a company and my company is terrible and it's trash, but everyone thinks it's gonna do so well, the answer is
hmm
it is still a trash company. So when I buy that company and I overpay for it, the true value of that company, me as an investor, I'm supposed to be the appraiser of that company. I'm supposed to tell you, hey, this company is worth this much based on the balance sheet, the income statement, the cash flow statement, the 10K form, the 10Q form, all the information I possibly have out there. And through that information, I tell you, hey, here is my target price for this investment. If it's over that, that means I'm going to pay too much for the company. It's kind of like going to a store and something is only worth $100, but you pay $150 because everyone else wants it. It doesn't mean it's worth any
Okay.
more money, right? And the reason stocks go up can be because supply and demand, where you have a lot of people actually buying, right? That's a trend. But it can also be because basically overall, the company's value keeps going up. Like Apple. Apple is a great company. It makes more and more
Yeah.
and more money for its shareholders. So over time, it also keeps rebuying its stocks, right? Its shares. So meaning the price of Apple is going to keep going up and up and up and up. But your job as an investor is to figure out what the target price is. Whenever you see the market price of anything, that's just based on what the market thinks it is. But if you want to be an investor, you have to come up with your own price based on your own analysis. Now that takes, for example,
Oh.
hours and hours and hours of work. And I don't want to do that. So what I do is I do index funds, which basically means instead of picking one company, I buy the entire industry I'm interested in. So for example, whenever I buy the S&P 500, right, ETF or index fund, I'm buying basically the index for the 500 largest companies in the US. Meaning, why 500,
Oh.
by the way? Because basically those 500 companies are responsible for around 80% of all the growth in America. So when you buy that
Oh. Okay.
S&P 500, you're basically buying the entire American market. That's why it's like that. So whatever the US does for that year, that's what you're gonna get by buying that ETF or index fund. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But as far as, for example, tell me, should I invest into cryptocurrency? The answer is, do I invest into cryptocurrency? The answer is no. Why? Because people are playing the game of, I'm going to jump into this. Hopefully I make money and hopefully I can jump out before everything goes to flames. That's not an investment. That's you buying on a speculative margin because you're saying, hey, I don't know what the value of this is. People say, oh, it's the future of the world, it's all of this. But very intelligent investors say it's just trash. You know, they don't like it.
Okay. Yeah.
Charlie Munger doesn't like it at all, right? Charlie Munger, by the way, is a right hand to Warren Buffett, the best investor ever in history. Now, I tell you this to say, hey, if you understand Bitcoin, you see something that I don't hear, which I don't see anything here, the answer is I wouldn't personally do it. But if you want to do it and you want to put money into this, I wouldn't put more than 10% of my money, but I would invest 90% of my money into things I understand, for example, into index funds or ETF if you don't have that much money. ETFs,
Okay.
by the way, are exchange traded funds. So they can be kind of like an index fund, but it doesn't require you that much money to actually get into it. So with $5, $10 you start investing, instead of even, for example, 3K to invest directly into an index fund, anything like that, okay?
Okay.
That's the big goal. So I'll be honest with you, Molly. It sounds like you're just getting started, you're trying to figure things out, and you're a little impatient, right? Because you're kind of saying,
Yeah.
I wanna expand my margins. I wanna borrow margin. I wanna do cryptocurrency. The answer is just slow down. How old are you?
I just turned 18.
You just turned 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my advice would be, well, if I'm 18 years old, I wouldn't even be worried about the market right now. I'll be worried about getting the knowledge to learn how to invest. And then second, I'll be worried about, hey, I need to get a skill to make me more money. Once I have a job that can make me, for example, a decent amount of money, and I have that skill to make me enough money, and I also have the knowledge to invest in, I can invest, for example, for the long term. That's what I did. But if you go in there now and you risk whatever money you have now, which I'm guessing is, hey, I work maybe for $15 an hour or $8 an hour. So every time I spend money on these stocks that I don't really understand and I lose money, it's costing me my time also. So it's a big risk.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. My main idea is going to be skill first. Get a skill that can make you some money. Once you have that, stay out of debt. If you have any debt, you pay it off. You save for emergencies. You start to invest maybe 5-10% into your retirement. Once you have a full-blown emergency fund, you can do 10-20% for retirement. And then you can work towards, for example, either saving up for a home to pay it off as fast as possible. And that way you have financial freedom a lot more faster. But if you play the game of like picking stocks, but you're not really an investor, you play the game of speculating with Bitcoin and all that stuff, you're gonna have a problem.
Okay.
And when it comes to Bitcoin, right? Think about it. You have all these other coins. You have Ethereum. You have Dogecoin. And the whole idea
Mm-hmm.
is everyone just says this one thing. Oh, it's going to go up. It's going to go up. There is no real logical explanation to why the price is going up. It's just a lot of speculation there. If you want to put
Yeah.
your savings and your livelihood on this, you can if you want to. When you hear a YouTuber talk about it, remember, right? YouTubers make a lot of money by just talking about things. So if I make a
Yeah.
video about Bitcoin, I'm going to make money from it, right? But I'm not
Mm-hmm.
ever going to make a video about something and kind of like deceive you in any way if I'm not going to do it. The advice I give you is exactly what I'm currently doing. I only invest in index funds and ETFs. I'm not doing, for example, stock picking. I'm not doing cryptocurrency and all that stuff because it's just speculation
Okay.
at that point. Okay?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, brother. You have any more questions?
No, that was it.
Okay. So look, all these calls are free and they're also not a one-time thing. So if you want to call back after you have more information or you have any more questions, well, you can always call back and schedule a call, okay? I'm always available.
All right. All right. Thank you.
All right. Have fun, man. Thanks again, Molly.
All right. You too. Thank you.
All right. Peace out.
Mm.
All right, guys. So very strange, okay? I don't understand. The number said that it was like in Arabia, something like that, Arabia, and then all of a sudden the guy's like in like Tennessee or something like that. So very surprised here. But overall, you don't want to be impatient with this game. You want to take your time. You know, if you're just getting started, everyone, you know, and by the way, I have a part to kind of blame this too by making content about stock market, which is actually very important. I don't regret it. But the answer is you got to be patient. If you're 18 years old, focus on getting the skill first. That skill can then basically make you a lot more money. With that money, you can go ahead and basically invest more money in the future. But if you start investing all your money now and you don't get a skill, you're always going to be working with a very small amount of money. And that's never what I want for anyone. And when it comes to cryptocurrency or margins, all these things are very high speculative, okay? The idea that I'm gonna borrow and leverage all the money that I have, or like at least like 35% of it, in hopes that this is gonna go up right now, or short the stock, or whatever you're trying to do, is speculation. So when things do go wrong, you're gonna have a problem. And you know, YouTubers, they talk a lot about cryptocurrency. And by the way, I'm gonna have to make some content about crypto, just to average things out by saying, hey, I don't recommend it or anything like that. So that way the market isn't just flooded, for example, just with invest. Great. Use my link, my link. You know what I mean? So it's not what I do. What I do is just normal, boring, long-term investing, and it's been working very good for me. It also worked for John C. Bogle and a lot of other investors out there. When it comes to Warren Buffett, the guy spends 8-10 hours every single day learning how to invest the correct way. So it's all up to you on exactly how you want to do it, but don't lie to yourself and tell yourself you're investing when in reality, you're speculating. So be very careful with that, okay, guys? I'll see you guys next time. If you guys want to join me on a call live, well, join me. Link down below. All calls are free. Schedule a call right now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified. And if you guys want to DM me, well, join me on Instagram, Bryson. And before I go, if you watch another video, here's a video right here. Click my face right here. See you guys tomorrow. And as always, peace.